What about it, YouTube? Alright, what we've got here is a 2014 Yamaha 700 Grizzly. This model does not allow you to see what the temperature is on the machine. I think the newer model is 16 or so. You could go up into the settings on your computer and find a temperature reading. Anyway, these things run hot, and I've been trying to figure out how to see what it's running at with the temperature. First of all, I got a triple core extra large radiator, and I got this thermostat that sits on the cap, but that's the cool side. That's after the coolant has flown or traveled across the radiator. What you want ideally is a hot side reading close to your thermostat. So it's this side that has a thermostat, and so I put that adapter in and wired up this guy right here. And this is in Celsius, but it's not hard to figure it out. I mean, from what I can tell, at around 65 Celsius, which is 150 Fahrenheit, the thermostat kicks on, just from running it around and testing it. So, and then there's about a 50-degree swap between these two. So if this is saying it's, 150 degrees or 65 Celsius, then this will be saying about 100 or less. So that's telling me that, the drop as the coolant goes across. My fan was actually acting up, my stock fan. I'd have to smack it to get it to turn. So I bought a Spall made in Italy fan. It seems to be working nicely, although it didn't want to turn on with the stock connector, so I don't know what's going on. This machine doesn't have a relay. On all the troubleshooting videos, there's a relay right here, and you take this and jump across the connection, the terminals. You take this off, jump across the terminals. It tells the machine that it's overheating and supposed to trip the fan, even if the machine's cool. And so I can do all that, but then there's no relay to replace that I know of. I can't find it. So I just said, screw it, I'll just direct wire it through this relay here, and it's to this switch right here. So there's the fan, and the fan turns on. I've also got it, there's two outs for the relay. So one out goes to the switch on the hot side gauge. The hot side gauge has 4 wires that come into or out of the harness. So you got 4 wires. You got red, white, green, and yellow. Yellow goes to constant power, which I have fused off right here. Red goes to switched, which just goes to the relay, and you got the black wire is a ground from the relay, and your green wire is the sensor wire that goes to your sender right here. So this adapter came with a sender, but it wouldn't work, and it had really cheap wires, and I don't know what's wrong with it. I almost thought the whole thing was bunk, but I used the sender. I backed out the one that came with this adapter, and this sender came with this gauge. So I hardwired it. So this is the sender lead to your gauge. This is a ground. So I had to kind of monkey up a ground because there's really nothing to mount to. I just wrapped the wire around the end of the threads on the sender unit, and then I tried to solder it, but I don't think solder wants to stick to brass. So the solder at least holds the wires from untwisting, and it's on there pretty tight. I mean, it's good enough. It's working. So as you'll see, it should still be a little warm. Not really, hardly showing any heat at this point. It's been sitting too long, but it is working. You can change colors. I've got to also seal up this color changing thing with some adhesive glue or something, because I don't want water and stuff getting into it. But anyway, this wasn't awful expensive on eBay. Can't remember what I paid. It was probably under 50 bucks for the whole shebang. And that's it on installing a hot side. Oh, this is 2 inches, so these caps are like $7 off of Partzilla. So I got me an extra cap and a little gasket that goes here, a little ring gasket that you stick on there. And then this guy, you got to get a 2-inch hole saw, go through this, and it's a pretty simple mount on the back side. And then you have to figure out where you want to have your wires come out. What I did was right there, they come out, and I got a grommet. Did the best I could to keep it from having problems with a leak in that box from underneath here, but it should be all right. And that's about it for this video. Hope that helps you figure out how to install a hot side thermostat on your ATV. God bless.